I think the ultimately being in real estate, it affords us a great lifestyle. Me in the lending side, you in the real estate side. When it comes to your daughter, having the flexibility of being able to be available for her, I know that was a huge thing for me. I have two children; they're teenagers now. My daughter just turned 18. My son's 15. So, but when they were little, when they were your daughter's age, it was really important when they get older, they're more self-sufficient. But at her age, every moment matters. Every
Yes.
moment matters. Her subconscious is being built.
Yeah.
So, the love and the attention and knowing that she's important. John Maxwell said something to me. I never forgot it. Well, not to me in a video. My president of my region knows John well, so he's been in our meetings a lot. But
Uh,
he said in one of our meetings that when he creates his calendar, he sits down with his family and they put in the family time first because it's his way of saying, you come first. I have these responsibilities, but what are we going to do as a family first to make sure that that's in the calendar so I don't schedule too much? And I was like, wow, that's amazing. What a great signal to a child, to a spouse, to a partner that, this matters, you matter first. That's a great sign, great signal.
it's funny you say that because I color code my calendar. I'm really strict with my calendar, and the color code for pink is family time. And I have weekends with my daughter. Anything involving my daughter or close family is in my calendar. Everything goes in my calendar, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, and I share my calendar with the staff and my director of operations, and she knows like. If Rich is with his daughter, you can shoot him a text, but that's his priority, right? So
Yeah.
it's known that, hey, this is daddy daughter weekend. I'm available, but I'm with my daughter, and that's a
Yeah.
priority, you know.
I love that. I love that, Richie, because those moments she'll love those
But
forever.
yeah, the look on her face when I go to gymnastics, and she has cheerleading tomorrow at 9 a.m. and she's always looking for me and her mom and I get along really well as
That's a
co-parents,
gift.
and so that's been a huge blessing.
Mhm.
But it's just priceless, just seeing her. They don't care about the money and the hustling and all the other stuff I'm doing with it. They don't. She doesn't care about that. She
No.
wants to kick the soccer ball around and
Yeah.
see daddy at her events.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been fun.
Yeah. And I've learned a little bit further down the road as far as with the kids, I've learned that they pay attention to when you feel financially stressed out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially my daughter's very keen to that because she's going off to college, and I didn't realize how affected she was when we were talking finances. I mean, it's all we've been paying prepaid and everything, but in her mind, she didn't want to feel like she was causing any financial stress. And being able to sit down and have those types of conversations, saying that's our responsibility. Your responsibility is to go learn. We got you. We got this. You just go do what you need to do and just take the pressure off so that they can. When my kids were little, I read a book called Baby Wise, and in the first chapter of the book, it changed my whole perspective. It was when I had my daughter; she was an infant, and it said that a child learns when they learn better when their home is secure. So when they feel secure, meaning that they're loved, they are settled, they have their places, they know what's theirs, they can thrive. When they feel that, if they have to worry, even as a young child, as young as your daughter, it's hard for them to, of course, I mean, you think of it's obvious to be sitting in class learning something when they're worried if something's wrong at home, so
Yeah.
it's not always easy. Life is hard. We go through a lot of things with relationships. Relationships can be challenging at times. Relationships have to be challenging because that's how they grow, so having a non-challenging relationship doesn't make sense. But just being able to, be able to grow, but it'll still provide love for your child, even in those circumstances. It's an art. So my hat off to you, Richie, because it's not easy. It's not easy. And congratulations on putting her first. That's really awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. It's been great. This is only the beginning, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
yeah.